This is a brows for beginners tutorial. If you've ever struggled to fill in your brows without them looking too harsh, an eyebrow pen might just be your new best friend. Today I'm showing you the easiest way to create soft, natural looking, fuller brows using hair-light strokes. First off, we need to understand the guide of where your eyebrows should be sitting. Imagine an invisible line from the side of the bridge of your nose straight upwards. This is where the eyebrow usually starts. Then again, if you imagine an invisible line from the corner of the bridge of your nose through your pupil up towards your eyebrow, this is roughly where your arch should be. Then imagine an invisible line from the corner of your nose to the corner of your eye and then continue that up. That should be roughly where the tail of your eyebrow would finish. And here's that diagram up close. It's just a rough guide. Moving on to tools, you want to take a spoolie, and I always like to bend the very tip of my spoolie because this means I can work with it at an angle, and this just serves me more comfortably when combing my brows. So before you start anything, just give your eyebrows a nice comb. If you want very fluffy brows, you can brush them all up. I tend to follow the direction that they grow, and I just give them a comb through to make sure there's no makeup residue in them. When it comes to eyebrow pens, I have a couple of recommendations. My favourite is the Urban Decay Brow Blade. One side you have a very thin nib, the opposite side you have a pencil, which is great because you can use this to draw a guide. A more affordable option is this one by Fine. One side you have a very tiny nib, and on the opposite side, instead of a pencil, you have 4 prongs that work like the single nib but cover more surface area. This is a rough guide as to the shape that you're looking to create. This is what you want to envision when you're using a brow pen. For the purpose of the first demonstration, I'm going to use the opposite side of the Urban Decay Brow Blade, which is the pencil, and I'm going to create a rough guide at the base of my brow and the top. Ordinarily you wouldn't do this, but when you're starting out with a brow pen, this is very helpful because it gives you a guide in which to almost create the hair strokes within like a border. So use a very light hand and very gently sketch this shape out. You can also do the tail if that's helpful, but just so you've got a top and bottom so you don't get lost when you start using the brow pen and creating these hair strokes. Sometimes it can be difficult to imagine the shape. This is going to help you. So here you can see the base of my brow at the front, the hairs start there, but as we get towards the arch, I'm missing a few hairs. So I'm going to be using this guide as a way to fill in tiny hair strokes. So I have a baseline to follow. Place your elbow on the table, that way your hand won't be balancing in the air, you've got something to pivot from. And then you can start at the base of your eyebrows at the front and use a small flicking motion to create tiny hair-like strokes. You want to be so gentle when doing this that you're barely touching the skin, otherwise you'll end up with very thick lines, and we want these to be very, very fine. As you can see, I'm following the border that we've created using the pencil, and if you happen to come out of that border, don't worry, use a tiny bit of concealer on a small angle brush and just simply wipe away the pen. As you go along, use the spoolie to work over the pen to lighten it, because sometimes the ink can be a little bit intense. If you brush over it, it will soften that. Now ordinarily you wouldn't use a border, this is just to give you an idea so that you can see the shape as you practice. Sometimes having a border and the pen can make the brows look a little bit blocky, so I will demonstrate the opposite eyebrow without the guide so that you can see how it looks having not used the guide. Here I'm changing the direction slightly of these tiny hair-like strokes. They're going more at an angle because that's how the brows are naturally sitting, so I'm using that to fill in the arch. We're now going to go back to the front of the eyebrow because we do need to fill in the top. The middle of the eyebrow tends to be the fullest, the base and the top tend to be the most sparse. So we are using the pen to fill in those areas that are more sparse looking. The front I tend to draw upwards and slightly curve the top. And then as you can see, the brows now at this middle section are coming down at an angle. So we're going to have to change the direction of the pen. So instead of drawing upwards and slightly to the right, we're now going to draw downwards and create downward motion. So again, you want to kind of follow the direction of your natural hair if you want a very natural finish. Most people's area of sparseness is this outer corner here. So be light-handed with this and don't forget to always keep going over these lines with your spoolie to soften them. If you brush them too hard, you will simply wipe them away, so be gentle. this is what we're working with. You can see we've filled in this. It's looking nice and kind of hairy looking, which is exactly what we are trying to achieve. So as you can see with the tail of the eyebrow, I'm now drawing the hairs downwards. We're still going at an angle, but it is more of a downwards motion, and I'm filling in the areas that you can see skin. Once again, go back over with your spoolie to soften everything so that it's a bit more of a shadow underneath that tail of the eyebrow. And here you can see the before and after. It's much fuller. However, using the guide makes it a little bit more blocky. So I'm going to show you without the guide. Again, we're starting at the base of our brow at the front and flicking upwards. Remember, the front of your brow is the most sparse, so those lines are going to go from the base to the top, whereas the center of the eyebrow is the fullest, so we don't need to put any pen there. If you also fill in the center where it's not required, that's going to look darker, which in turn again is going to make the base and the top of your brow still look sparse. We're looking for balance. We're trying to make those areas look as full as the center of your eyebrow. Remember as you go along to use your spoolie to soften the pen, and keep that guide in your mind. Eventually you'll start to find a rhythm that works for you where you don't need to fill in with the pencil. However, if it works for you, that's perfectly fine, and I hope that's a great tip. Now I'm a third of the way in. I'm rotating the pen to come down at an angle because this is the direction that the hairs are growing. Notice how I'm not holding the pen right at the very tip. I'm kind of holding the pen in the middle with my fingers, and this enables me to use a lighter hand when I'm creating those tiny hair-like strokes. A tip would be to practice this on the back of your hand and adjust your hand placement on the pen so that you can see the difference in pressure. The closer your fingers are to the tip of the pen, the more pressure you're going to apply, and the further back means you'll have a lighter hand. If it's too far back, you'll have less balance, so I definitely say practice this. Now don't forget, if you make any errors with your hairline strokes, you can just almost erase them with a little bit of concealer on your brush. Thinking back to that guide I showed you at the beginning so that you know where the tail of your eyebrow should sit, means you may need to extend the tail of your eyebrow a bit further using the pen. But use your judgment, make sure it looks good, don't extend it too far, because if you have absolutely zero hairs there, it might look very false. So I removed my previous brow so you guys can see the before and after of this method where I haven't used the pencil guide. I personally prefer this because it looks less blocky and looks more natural. If your hairs are like mine and you have hairs there but you're just filling in the top and bottom, you can use a clear brow gel to keep your eyebrows in place. One of my favourites, and I've used for many years now, is the Benefit Cosmetics 24-hour clear brow gel setter. I use a very light amount of this, but it's enough to keep my brows in place, and it also prevents the actual brow pen from shifting when I touch my eyebrows. They're always still perfectly in place by the time I come to wash my face in the evening. However, if you've got very, very sparse brows, you can use brow fibres or gels that are coloured, and it will help to make the most of your natural hairs or the small amount that you have. And then if needed at the end, feel free to go in with your brow pen and fill in any areas that you've missed. When you get used to using an eyebrow pen, it can take you under a minute to do each eyebrow. For this tutorial, I've obviously really slowed down the process. That gives me time to talk you through what I'm doing. I really hope that you have found this useful, and if you have any questions on this method, leave it in the comment section and I'll do my best to come back to you. I'll also link all the products I've used in the description bar. If you are new to my channel, my name is Shonagh Scott and I'm a professional makeup artist. It's lovely to have you here. Please consider hitting the subscribe button. It's free to do so. You can catch me every Sunday and I will see you in my next tutorial. Bye guys!